First season at Eastside High School after coming over from Manchester. So what is it that you're trying to implement and trying to impart to these guys earlier in your tenure at Eastside, where they've obviously been successful in the past? What are you trying to bring to this program in day one?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's been a program that's been very successful, no doubt about that. And we're really just trying to make sure that we're building on the successes of the past and putting our guys in a position to have success when they're on the field. How do we take advantage of their skill set? There's been some transition as far as just new terminology and language. But I wouldn't imagine that Eastside football is going to look fundamentally different from what it's looked like the last couple of years. Some names and some words and stuff are different about the system, but we're fortunate that our kids show up really and work really hard every day, and that's a pretty darn good place to start.
Yeah, you mentioned names. Who are some of the guys that you're going to be leading on here in year one of your tenure to keep Eastside at that competitive level?
We're really experienced up front on both sides of the line coming back. Starts with two seniors, Joey Eck and Dane Siebert. So that's always a nice place to start. They're both multi-year starters. And then Wyatt Davis is going to slide in at quarterback. He played some in the Lures game last year and played some on defense, but is kind of taken over as the quarterback one this year for us. And he's a smart kid, a tough kid, good decision maker, and I've been really encouraged by his play so far this summer.
When you take a look at this Eastside Ball Club, you mentioned experience in the trenches. What stood out to you about these guys throughout the course of the summer as you prepare for 2023?
Two things, really. Their cohesiveness as a unit, right? That's a group of people that they like to be together. They like to spend time together. They're always with each other. They go get food after practice, all those sorts of things. And then their physicality. It's a physical bunch. They practice hard. They have played hard in our summer scrimmages. But just their general attitude and physicality and the way that they are very much committed to doing it as a unit.
For you, is there kind of a sense that you want to make sure, a sense of pressure, I guess, because of the success? I mean, you guys have, at Eastside, had won 4 consecutive small division titles in the NECC, and we've seen what they've been able to do in the playoffs. Is there like a good pressure, I guess, to have, knowing that the expectations and the bar has been raised by Coach Mason and the Blazers in years past?
I don't know if it's pressure, but you definitely feel it, right? Those expectations, as you mentioned, but those expectations are a good thing because they drive us. They push us every day to make sure that we are getting better, and we are one day better to every single time out. And our guys have heard that from me all summer. We got to get one day better today because those expectations do exist, and we're fortunate to be in a place and be in a community where we have a ton of support. We have a ton of people that are there for us and are willing to help in whatever we need. So yeah, that obviously. You feel that, but it's exciting. It's absolutely something that you look for and you look forward to about Friday nights in the fall.
Dane Siebert, D-A-N-E-S-E-B-E-R-T.
In your class and position at Eastside?
2024, and then right guard and anything on D-line.
Okay. Obviously, Eastside has won 4 consecutive small division titles in the NECC. We've seen what you guys have done in the playoffs. What's the key to keeping that level of success up for these Blazers as we enter a new era for Eastside football?
I think our physicality and speed we play with, and then focus at practice, getting everything right, making sure everyone's on the same page, doing the same thing.
Coach had mentioned that you and Mr. Eck give you a pretty good tandem up front, and coaches will tell you that games are won in the trenches. So how do you guys go about setting the tone, knowing that you're going to be one of the big leaders and one of the guys that this team is counting upon as we enter a new season?
Making sure everyone up there up front's getting going. Some people don't have it don't start off wanting to hit, but they're getting there. I think they're doing really well, setting the tone with each other. Hitting. Getting them adjusted to it, more varsity instead of JV, got more kids moving up.
Well, you mentioned setting the tone. Practice rolls around here in about a week and a half. So what is it that this team is going to have to improve upon and really focus on early in the season to be ready for when August 18th rolls around?
I think speed and then knowing what to do, speed, physicality, intent with what you're doing. Don't just move to move, do something with what you're doing, I guess.
For you guys, obviously you have a new head coach. What's the transition been like, and what are some of the things that he's tried to impart early on in his tenure at Eastside?
Getting one day better every day, and then it's just different terminology. I think it's similar, to be honest, but it's just different terminology learning, I think. That's about it, really.
Final question. Hey, goals for Eastside in this upcoming season, what are they?
Win conference, have a good playoff run.
Love it, my man. All right, good deal.
My name's Joey Eck, J-O-E-Y, and then E-C-K.
And your position in class at Eastside?
I'm a senior. I play left guard and defensive end.
Okay. Coach was saying that there's strength in the trenches for you guys. So how do you guys go about on offensive and defensive line setting the tone for this Eastside ball club as we enter a new year?
Well, offensively, our main idea, how we have for the past years, is just punch the rock. Just keep pushing, punching, and we got to hit them first.
For this team, obviously you have a new head coach, which comes with its own transition. So what are some of the things that Coach Brandewie has imparted and stressed and focused upon early on in his tenure here with Eastside?
So I really like Brandewie. I miss Mason, of course, because I've had him as a coach for 3 years. But Brandewie came in and just kept asking for feedback and stuff like that, and it's been really helpful for us.
For this team, what have you liked about this squad over the course of the summer? What's really impressed you about these guys and this group as you enter a new year?
I like how people just stood up into positions. We missed a lot of seniors to the left, Dax Holman, Carson Jacobs, but my buddy Wyatt, he's stepped up at quarterback and he's doing a really good job.
For you guys, what's going to be the focus when you guys start rolling around July 31st when practice begins? What's going to be like priority number one?
Just get physical. That's just us.
For you, what goals do you have? Obviously, we've seen you guys win 4 conference titles in a row. We've seen you guys have extended playoff runs. What are the goals for Eastside this upcoming year?
Just go out there and give it our all.
Ooh, awesome.